I think it's always the international break is quite complicated for us, and especially at this stage of the season, because you can see a lot of injuries. The players are tired. The national teams, they are playing for something, and they are pushing players, so it's quite complicated. Then I will say that we have some knocks, some little things. Longstaff is the only one that is injured at the moment. Some Longstaff, that's it. And Shah has had another test this morning, and he was fine. He was training lightly with the team.
So you say you've got some knocks. Are they all expected to be okay for Monday?
Yeah, at the moment I think that they will be fine. But today we have 2 or 3: Atsu, Jedlin, Almiron coming back today, and still we need to be sure that they are fine tomorrow.
Depending on how much the international players have been involved for their nations over the last week or two, will that dictate the team you'll play on Monday night, or have you got enough time with it being the Monday night game?
Yeah, I think we have time. In this case, we have time. Normally, I remember we played one game. The players, they were coming on Friday straight to the city that we were playing. In this case, no, because you have another day. But especially when it's in America, they come back on Thursday evening, and then it's quite difficult to keep them ready for a game in Saturday. So when you play on Saturday, but in this case we play on Monday, we have time.
And you say Lascelles he's okay?
Yeah, he was trained. Everybody has been training apart from Longstaff, and then each one with his own things.
You mentioned Shah a moment ago. How did you see that whole situation? How did you do it?
Yeah, I think it's always we take these things very, very serious. So then we try to do what we have to do. He has the test after over there, and then he has another test here, and then we try to be sure that he's fine and it's okay. So I will not create something really important for that. We take care of that. We try to do the right things, and we did it. We did it with Lee was telling me about Mitrovic in the derby when we came here, and then he didn't play. So we control these things if we can, but that's it.
Did you watch the match at the time? Were you watching
No, I was in contact with him,
yeah.
And I saw the images, and I was in contact with him after, and we were joking today a little bit. So, but he passed the control, he passed the test with the doctor, and it's fine.
Does it disappoint you the way he was made to play on?
I think it's important not to say too much. So we know what we have to do, and we did it, and that's it.
If you don't want me asking, what's involved in the test that you give him?
I don't know exactly. It's the doctor in charge of that. So we were joking with him. So because sometimes you don't remember this or you don't remember that, but it's not something that you can take this way. So we try to be sure that everything is fine and the player is fine and he could train lightly.
Is there a feeling that come Monday night you could be safe?
No, it's a feeling that Monday night will be a tough game. So if you see what the Arsenal is doing, they're doing really well. So we cannot expect that will be an easy game. If we can do what we have to do and we can get 3 points, then it depends on the others. But some of the other teams, they get some points. So it's not that you say now 37 is guaranteed. It depends what they will do. So we have now 35, or we are fine, but still we have to win. For me, one game could be enough, but you never know. It depends on the other team. So I think we have a conversation before with my staff, and we were talking about that. We just carry on. The next game is the most important. It's like a final for us, and don't think about what the others will do.
Is there a feeling the way you're playing right now, you can get a result against anyone? You must be full of confidence.
Yeah, if we do well, and if we are lucky, sometimes you need a little bit of luck, then we can compete now against anyone because the team is quite solid, and then we have confidence in ourselves. So I think we can do it. Then if you see the stats, the numbers are the same. That is interesting, but than the last year. But the team is doing a lot of things with more confidence, and we have more chances, and then we are more a threat in attack. Why? Because the players, they know each other much better. They know exactly what we are trying to do, and maybe also Almiron was giving us a little bit something different in attack that was helping Rondon and was helping Ayoce.
More reports today linking you with a move away from Newcastle, this time a club in China. I think I'm sure in the past we've heard you say that there has been interest in years gone by from clubs in China. Obviously, I know you don't want to talk about your contractual situation until you are safe, But has there been any approach or contact to you from any other clubs with your contract?
No, really. At the moment, it's just I can read like you what is going on in the press, but the situation is exactly the same. So my priority is to keep talking with Newcastle United and see where we are, and that's it. I'm not considering anything until we progress and then we know where we are.
So you've started talking?
We have some contact because I can see Lee, Charlie sometimes, and then but at the moment it's too early, so we have to just concentrate on the games.
Last one from me, Rafa, if you don't mind. This weekend sees a project, No Room for Racism, it's called. We again saw some horrible events over in Montenegro during the week. I guess you're behind this, and what have you made of everything that's going on, and I suppose the situation in this country?
Not just in this country, all around the world. I think football is for everyone, and then we have to respect that. So if we want to do things properly, we have to forget about all these things and concentrate just in the game. I think it's a beautiful game, and then we can talk about football, and we don't need to talk about the other things.
Okay, thank you.
Cheers.
Rafa, just looking at the last couple of results before the international break, how much does the nature of those results, both comebacks, epitomise the attitude of this group of players that you've got?
Yeah, it's true. I think that they show character and confidence. So in the end, against Everton, that was a difficult game, a very good team. We were fighting until the end, and that was I think it was a boost for everyone in terms of the confidence for the next games. I think Bournemouth was different because I think we deserved more before. I was like, okay, it's not right. No, what is going on now is not fair. And then we were lucky enough with the last goal, but I think we deserved more during the game. So it was just the feeling that we can fight because we are now in a position that we can get points against anyone, and we deserve to get points against some teams in this case.
Is that the sort of attitude that makes you as confident as you could be that Newcastle are going to pull further clear of relegation and start looking up the table rather than down?
Yeah, obviously what I said before, with my staff, we have been talking about that, and we know that we are fine, and we need maybe just one game, one win, but it's exactly the same. So if we win the first one, fine, but if not, you have to carry on because the other teams, they can win and they will be closer and people will be talking about that. Imagine that in a couple of weeks, then we are talking about they are 3 points behind, so what happened? So the press conference will be puts me under pressure all the time, and I have to stay calm and I have to send exactly the same message. It's just one game at a time. The next one is the most important. Try to get 3 points in this one.
I think you said the other way that this group of players, this squad currently is the most confident that you've seen them. If we're going to isolate anyone, Salman Rondon, his confidence is absolutely sky high at the minute, isn't he? How impressed have you been over the last few weeks, especially with him?
Yeah, obviously we knew him before, and I think it's someone that some people maybe they don't remember that he came injured, and after he was injured against Crystal Palace, I think he was playing, but he was not feeling comfortable, and then after that he was maybe around 1 month without playing. So still he has scored goals, give assists, and has been crucial for us. So we were talking about a player that we knew that he could be fine for the way that we wanted to play, and I'm really pleased with him. And I was talking with him this morning in my office, so about what is he thinking, and then he's very clear also that he has to score goals, and that's it.
Just a couple of final ones from me. I don't know if you saw it, but there was a quirky stat over the last few weeks being that Newcastle have this identical record at the same stage last season as well. What's your view on that one?
I was surprised because I think it's quite special, no? But yeah, I think I can take it as a positive because if we can do well, we can finish 10th. No, if we are doing more or less the same. But at the same time, I would say that we were safe and we lost 4 games and we won the last one against Chelsea. So then the approach changed, even if you are not conscious about that. The approach changed depending on where you are. So at the moment we are fine, and I could read some players talking about that. So we will see if we are safe and after where we can go. So I think we have to do exactly the same. Try to get points every game, and at least we have this feeling of confidence because we are doing well.
And just a final one there, looking ahead to Monday night in Arsenal, obviously a very, very good home record recently at the Emirates. But does our kind of our counter-attacking style of play almost work for us in this fixture?
Yeah, I think I say before and you say now, they have a good record, they are doing well. And normally it's a team that they like to keep the ball and they have quality to do it. So that means that you have to counter-attack. And then, okay, we will try to do our best in this sense. And we know exactly what we have to do. Can we do it? We will ask, like I said, and Newcastle if they allow us to do it.
Thanks, man.
Cheers.
With the international break, it gives those players who don't go away and play for their country time to kind of rest a bit, recuperate. But I noticed you posted on social media about spending time with your family and the dogs. As a manager, is having that time away from the club quite important for you too, or do you never switch off?
No, yes, I like to, especially now that you have the family away when you go home and you want to stay with them. Normally we have 2-3 days, in this case 3 days off, and then we try to stay there. You have time to prepare the game, so we have already everything prepared for the Arsenal game, and still we have 3 days. So you have the staff, you have people that they can help you. So if you manage properly, you have some time for the family. But at the same time, if you go on Sunday, then you want to watch a game, or as you say before, one of your players is playing in an international game, you try to watch the player if it's possible. So, but you try to manage now a little bit more than when I was single and younger.
With Arsenal, it's going away to Arsenal. Newcastle haven't had much success over the years, but perhaps the Man City game in particular, where people didn't expect any kind of result and you get that fantastic result, does that in particular kind of give you a bit of a boost going into this Arsenal game?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's this game that we have won in a row, and especially the Manchester City game, give us the confidence to go against anyone and try to do well. So, you see, Bournemouth, we had confidence, maybe sometimes too much. It was when we won 3 games in a row, we played against West Ham, and it was the same problem. And the second part of the league was exactly the same. So now I think we are in a position that, okay, we can compete, but you cannot see this overconfidence in the players at the beginning of the games. So I have the feeling that we can do something. But as you say, the record that they have at home is not bad. So it will be tough, but we can try, and I have confidence that we can do something.
And just finally, we know your future, that will be looked at later, when the season's over. But one player that fans are really interested to see what happens with is Rondon. Are you confident he'll be in Newcastle playing next season?
Yeah, I said before that this morning I was talking with him about football, and I was asking him about what was going on, and then we had the same message. It's just carry on scoring goals, because to stay here, to go back to his club or anywhere, if he scores goals, it will be easier for him to have better conditions. So I think it's very clear for him that he doesn't need to think too much about the future. It's just the next game and the goals that he can score.
Thank you.
Cheers.
How are the dogs?
The dogs are fine.
Are they alright? Yeah.
Paul, very dangerous.
It looked like you were forming it into back 5. Or
Yeah, I could read that, but it's just 2. So 2 in the back is just to defend a counter-attack. The other one was not listening to me, so like play. So
before you go, can I just get one more question about Solskjaer? We're going to Solskjaer getting the Manchester United job.
Yep.
Have you been impressed with what he's done in his short time?
Yeah, for sure. He has done really well. So I will tell you something that maybe you don't know, but I was watching Manchester United training when he was a player, and when they finished the training session, he was asking for permission to train on his own, and he was training on his own in the other pitch. So I could see there a good professional. So now you can see a manager doing really well, and I think he deserved the job.